Hi everyone, welcome to math today. First off, I need you to get page 615 out of your Go Math book. Page 615. Please put your name at the top. And please put today's date. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. Today we're talking about how we use a centimeter ruler to measure lengths. Let's look at the listen and draw first. I'm just going to do this with you, so you're going to copy down what I do. It says find 3 small objects in the classroom. Use unit cubes to measure their lengths. Draw the objects and write their lengths. Now I know you don't have unit cubes at home, so that's why we're going to do it together. I have my centimeter cubes out, and this is the length of 2 decimeters. So if it's the length of 2 decimeters, how many centimeters do I have? And I have 20. You should have said 20. So let's find something to measure. Let's measure this glue. Okay, so it looks like it goes to about right here. So how many cubes is that? Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we have 6 left here. So the glue is about 14 centimeters. And it says draw the objects and write their lengths. All right, so let's just draw a quick glue bottle. Okay. Let's find something else to measure. Let's measure this eraser. So it looks like it lines up about right here. So how many centimeters is that? You should have 6. So just write eraser about 6 centimeters and then just draw an eraser. We need one more thing to measure. I'm thinking this glue stick. Let's line it up. Okay. About right there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 centimeter cubes. So let's write glue stick. We'll just draw picture. All right. And there's our glue stick. So it says at the bottom here, describe how the 3 lengths compare. Which object is the shortest? Well, of course, our eraser is the shortest. And which object was the longest? Our glue was the longest. Here's a how many more question. How many more centimeters is the glue bottle than the eraser? And to solve that, we would think 14 subtract 6, because how many more always means we subtract. So 14 subtract 6 equals what? 8. And 8 just so happens to be the length of my glue stick. So if I didn't plan that, that just kind of happened. But if we put our glue here, and we put our glue stick and our eraser next to each other, then we should end up with about the same length. And we do. Look at that. So the eraser and the glue stick are the same length as the glue bottle. That was just a bonus. I didn't plan that at all. Okay, finish up page 615. Hit pause if you need to finish, and then hit play when you're ready to go on. We're taking a look at page 616 in your Go Math book. Today we're measuring with our centimeter ruler. Now the ruler I sent home with you looks like this. Notice this side is the US customary. We're not using that. This side is the metric. We have an mm here, at least this ruler has an mm that stands for millimeter. Okay. Here's another kind of ruler I have. This is a centimeter ruler. So each one of these is a centimeter, and these just show half centimeters. And I also have this kind of centimeter ruler, like a clear. And you can see here at the bottom, we have our centimeters. Now the thing that it's a little bit harder for me to measure centimeters is that sometimes the centimeters are at the bottom of the ruler, like this one. Sometimes they're at the top. I don't know. It just gets on my nerves a little bit. But it probably won't get on yours. Let's look at our model and draw. What is the length of the crayon to the nearest centimeter? Now, remember, this ruler here has a tricky spot. So notice that they don't count that. They start measuring. They line that up right with the 0. Okay, and of course, the centimeter it's closest to is the 9. So it's 9 centimeters. All right. So let's use our ruler. Okay. And this is the same ruler that I put in your box. So let's line up, and notice we have a tricky spot. So I'm not lining up here. I need to make sure that I line up right here. So this paintbrush is how many centimeters long? And you should have 15. Okay. So 15 centimeters long. Let's do number 2 together quickly. Line this up. Make sure that I'm lining up the black line with the first line. And look here. And we have how many centimeters? We have 8. Okay. Right there. So 8 centimeters. All right. Go ahead and do this paintbrush on your own. 616. So finish up this page. Hit pause if you need to finish, and then we'll go on to the next page. All right, we are now on page 617. So please get that out. Put your name at the top. And again, put the date. Okay. Now, on this page, you're simply going to use your ruler and continue measuring, all right? Now remember, if it is between two numbers, So like this one is between, this is the 14 line, this is the 14 line, and this is the 15 line, okay? Is it closer to the 14 or the 15? And if it's closer, it is closer to the 15, so this is going to be 15 centimeters. That's when we measure, that's what it's called when we measure to the nearest centimeter. So finish 4, 5, 6, and 7. You can hit pause while you're working on those. Then join us for 8. 8 says a marker is almost 13 centimeters long. So it's not quite 13, but it's almost 13 centimeters long. This length ends between which 2 centimeter marks on a ruler? Okay, let's look. So I have a marker here, and I'm going to actually use this centimeter ruler. Okay. So I have a marker here, and it says, it's rolling away here. It says here that it is almost 13 centimeters long, but not quite. Okay, so here it is. So it's almost to the 13, but not quite, right? Which 2 centimeter marks does this end on? Okay, so right between which 2? And you'll notice that we have this, and it's between this. So it comes between this number and this number. So those are the numbers that you need to write. And we need to write this in a complete sentence. So the question is, this length ends between which 2 centimeter marks on a ruler? Okay. The length ends between those 2 numbers we talked about. You're going to fill them in. Whoops, blank mark. The length ends between the blank and the blank. Make sure you have a capital letter and you end with a period. So go ahead and finish 6:17. I'm going to end this video now, but before I go and you go on to part 2, we need a clue word. Our clue word is dog. Okay. Dog is the clue word. Make sure to watch part 2.